Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. You get a much more accurate read as far as what a market trend or a price trend is doing based upon some of the confirming indicators with candlestick analysis. Number one, the candlestick reversal signals are extremely accurate as far as showing when there's a change of investor sentiment. The next thing we want to know is what is the trend? And because of the nature of candlestick signals, we can pretty much analyze what the nature is of the consolidation or whether there's a reversal. Remember, a doji represents indecision. So if they're pulling back and it's indecisive, that means there still hasn't been any major change of investor sentiment until they confirm by closing below the T line. Remember, the T line is a very powerful indicator as far as what is support or the natural support and resistance level of human nature. Notice the NASDAQ has pulled back indecisively, but still supporting on the T line. Still tells us the probabilities are this uptrend's in progress until they can close below the T line. This allows us to identify the strong sectors. As we can see from last week, the lithium mining stocks are working extremely well. You had this J-hook pattern here on LTHM, and notice where that J-hook pattern occurred, right off the T line, the 34, closed right at the 50, gapped up through the 200. So that pretty much told us what investor sentiment was doing in spite of what all the potential resistance levels were. So that pattern told us wave 3 is probably going to be the same magnitude as wave 1. We might be now looking at wave 1, wave 2, going into the next wave to the upside. So take a look at the lithium mining. LAC, PLL, SLI are all good prospects based upon their candlestick signals. As we saw in LAC, again, this is what showed there was strength coming into that sector. There's your fry pan bottom, the breakout through the 50. How long do you hold on to this one? As long as they don't close back below the T line. The T line is a very strong indicator which keeps your emotions out of your trading. Our fry pan bottom, our gap up, the message. Message is strong buying, but doesn't look good, profit taking. When do we start buying? When we can see that profit taking is over. And how long do we hold? As long as we don't see a sell signal and a close back below the T line. Again, the T line acts as a very powerful support level of human nature. Candlestick signals are the graphic depiction of investor sentiment. And when you combine those two, you've got very strong trend indicators. You can use the candlestick signals and patterns to tell you when a pattern is setting up. So if you took profits here, you're buying back here because we know that wave 1 and wave 3 are going to be the same. And here, this is where the T line acts as an additional confirmation that they're not selling it off. Notice all the indecision right here on the T line, and you can see the trajectory starting back up. Again, this is not rocket science. This is just using the information the Japanese rice traders provided over hundreds of years, showing exactly what happens in human nature. The oil sector is picking up some steam again. After consolidating for the last few weeks, you can see that this downtrending channel or wedge formation is being breached with ExxonMobil. There's a little bullish engulfing gap up through that level. And what you want to do is find which are the strongest charts in that sector. WTI, another fry pan bottom. This is what we call the classic pattern. What do we expect coming out of a fry pan bottom? A strong price move. What's the prerequisite for a J-hook pattern? A strong price move. So this combination usually produces extremely high probabilities. Wave 3 will be in progress. So the use of candlestick signals allows us to identify the strongest trend movers. The best friend signal is very simple. A doji followed by a gap up usually implies not only the direction with a high degree of probability, but the strength of that move is going to be extremely strong. So when you see something like grin, kind of your best friend gap up through the 200, that implies there's a lot more upside. So everything we do in candlestick analysis is using the signals, the indicators, the trend, all to tell us what is putting us in high probability trade setups. So come join us. This is kind of the dog days of summer. We're still giving a 2-week free trial at our website. So what you can gain from this is why the picks that we make every day are acting well. We're not just giving picks, we're showing people why those picks are being activated. And our chat room has enough people in there. We usually have 150, 200 people in the room, and there's plenty of good traders in there that have been utilizing candlestick signals for a long time. They will not only identify good trade setups, but if you have questions, you enhance or expedite your learning process by getting the answers right away in these chat rooms. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.